Hey there, guys. Welcome to. Ooh, that was almost a horrible YouTube introduction. You know what? Let's just dial that back a little bit and let's go natural. Okay, still working on the channel, guys. Still working on the channel. What's up, guys? Name's Antonio Yates. Welcome if it's your first time here. If you're returning to the channel, glad to have you back. If you guys enjoy the content that you're gonna indulge in today, be sure to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe for more videos. I plan on making more of these. And yeah, without any more introduction, let's go ahead and just dive into the video. So, what we're going to be talking about today is not at all what I was planning on talking about. I was originally going to talk about black representation in the media and, you know, go on and give my opinion on that, because that whole thing is always going to be relevant. You know, it's always going to have relevancy. We're always going to have to talk about black representation. However, I decided to say fuck that, because like I said, that's always going to be relevant. That's always going to need to be a talking point. But this situation is going to be a talking point for about a week, maybe a week and a half. I'll give it that. Either way, let's just dive straight into it. The topics of today's video are going to be based on two channels. One channel known as Abba and Preach, featuring two guys known as Abba and Preach. And then the other one is a channel known as Fresh and Fit, featuring a guy named Fresh and a guy named Fit. I'm just playing. One of the guys is named Fresh, like he goes by Fresh. The other guy is named Myron Gaines. Alright, so recently, Abba and Preach made a video talking about a man that was wrongly convicted of the R word. And if you don't know what the R word is, well, I break it down this way. There are two versions of the R word. There's the R word that is meant to insult someone's intelligence, and then there's the R word that is meant to signify that someone was assaulted. They're mostly female victims. You get where I'm going. If you don't get where I'm going, then I don't know what to tell you. So anyways, they were covering a video that, was covering a man that was wrongly convicted of the R. I'm gonna stop doing that. That was wrongly convicted of the R word. And, I'll just play a little bit of their video so you get the idea.
Tears of joy as a man wrongly accused of rape is exonerated after spending 16 years in prison. Anthony Broadwater, now 61 years old, broke down in tears when he heard the judge throw out the conviction.
I got way too much work to do on myself still to be at the same level of that dude. I don't know what happened in prison, but if I'm claiming my innocence for 16 years and I get out and I get a thank you and a sorry and a pat on the back and on to my way, I know for a fact I'm going to need a whole lot of counseling, because the anger that's going to come out of that.
And I hope he gets the restitution he deserves, because they stole 16 years of his life. And I think the kind of character that he displayed, I respect.
Anyways, this man's wrongly convicted. The woman goes to apologize. The apology was kind of lame. Almost like indirect ass apology. Whatever. They went and they talked about it. They gave their opinion. Of course, they are appalled by this whole thing. And yeah, they go on to say that this ruins men's lives. Now, let's dial it back a little bit and let's talk about Fresh and Fit's channel and things that have been going on with it. So Abba and Preach's channel have been sort of having tensions with Fresh and Fit's channel. There's been a lot of things going on. I'm not going to get into everything. I'm just going to get into what's relevant to this video. But anyways, Fresh and Fit were under fire after going after Abba and Preach. They were outed as fake alphas. There's just a whole bunch of things going on. And one of the things that was stated was that Myron Gaines was being accused of the R word. With that being said, let's just play a small clip of that.
Right now, bro.
What? Look.
You're committing a crime right now, bro.
Look, you got a rapist talking about crimes.
Oh shit.
You got a rapist talking about crimes.
Look at this guy,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? I wish a motherfucker would come to my door.
Yeah, so the guy that was saying that, his name's Allende. There was a woman that was, I don't really know. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know how hard people were like pushing this on him. You know, I know it was like big enough for people to start looking at Myron a certain type of way, fans and stuff like that. It was a big deal. Myron was being accused of, you know, being a R-wordist. So with tension growing between these two channels, Ab and Preach, you know, they made other videos talking about other things, you know, clowning them a little bit, you know, and at the same time talking about things that Fresh and Fit cover and giving their own opinions on them. That's pretty much been the whole thing about it. Now, that being said, I stumbled upon a video made by Black Male Media that covered a No Jumper interview. And in this No Jumper interview, ABBA and Adam22 are talking about Myron Gaines and the potential for them to work together again. These guys worked together at one point. You know, ABBA, more specifically, ABBA and Preach was on Fresh and Fit's channel. They did a whole little interview, blah, blah, blah. And Adam was wondering if there's a chance that these two would work together. I'm going to play a little bit of Black Male Media's video just so you guys get the idea of what he's pointing out.
I'm not trying to have business relationships with you.
Life or death.
I
thing,
can't
right?
be cool with people who don't have integrity. That's me personally. I won't go after you, but if you're someone who I think is a reprehensible person, I'm not trying to have business relationships with you. Why would I? Fuck, well, what am I going to spend my day socializing with somebody who's like a rapist? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and this is some real shit. Like, if you go around stealing from people.
Whoa. Flag on the play. I heard you correctly, right? And I know we all heard this correctly months ago, but nobody wants to talk about it because everybody wanted FNF to fail. But whoa. Was that you calling a man who has never even seen trial for grape, let alone been convicted, a grapist?
Okay, so what he's saying is ABBA is accusing Myron of the R word. He's an R-wordist. Now, if ABBA is accusing Myron of the R word, well, that would be false accusations, right? Which would make ABBA a hypocrite. Right? Well, I don't know if you guys see it the same way that Black Male Media does, but I don't believe it's that, you know, literal. I could give it to you guys that at the time, this whole R-word thing about Myron was swimming around the internet at a pretty timid time for him. So, yeah, the example could have been poorly timed, but it's not ABBA's job to make sure he looks out for that. So I decided to say, hey, I'm pretty sure that this is an example. This isn't like ABBA saying that Myron himself is the R word, you know, or anything like that. He's just using that as an example of people he wouldn't rock with. Myron is just someone without integrity. A R word is someone without integrity, okay? Those are two different things, but the difference is Myron is the subject, the R word thing is the example. Okay, anyways, I went into this comment section and I decided to go ahead and talk to some people. And I will say this, I don't know if everyone here was a Fresh and Fit fan or anything like that, if these people were just ride or die for Fresh and Fit, but boy, some of them had to have been. Because in this comment section, I decided to give a few points, okay? So, if you notice in that interview, Adam22 doesn't at all react to ABBA saying, you know, let's just say if ABBA was calling Myron the R word, Adam22 doesn't react at all. And if I were interviewing somebody and they were to, like, accuse somebody of the R word, we'd have to stay there for a second and I'd have to actually confirm if that's what you're saying or not. But you notice Adam22 doesn't at all react. probably because he gets the context of the conversation. These are the two men having the conversation at the moment. And when you're having a conversation with somebody, you're just getting your point out. Yeah, you might say something that could sound a certain way, but it's not exactly how you think it is, you know. Anyways, I can't clarify that. They can't clarify that, but I'm not going to sit here and jump the gun and say that Abba was calling Myron the R word. The other thing is, if that Myron was calling Myron the R word, that is defamation. He could pursue Myron, or not Myron. Abba could pursue, what? We gotta work on this, man. This is all improvised, by the way, okay? I have no script or anything, so make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Your boy is doing this shit all improvised, all right? This is for you guys, okay? So don't you sit there and just get off this video and then go about your lives. You better subscribe. Anyways, Myron could file a lawsuit against Abba should Abba actually say that, okay? That's defamation of character. That's something that could be pursued legally. Just saying. The other thing is that Abba doesn't say this at any other, he doesn't say this in any other video. In fact, there was one video where Abba was, I'm not gonna play it, but there was one video where Abba was actually interviewing one of Fresh and Fit's fans that were defending him at a time where they were getting kind of sort of canceled. And an example that Abba decided to use to talk to this fan, you know, he's asking the fan, was the fan ride or die? The fan was like, you know, yeah, man, I ride with these guys, da 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 da. And you know, Abba was like, okay, well, would you still ride with them if they were touching kids? And the guy was like, well, of course not. And Abba was basically trying to make the point that you're not going to ride with them if the envelope is pushed too far, okay? He uses extreme examples. I know that because I watch their content, okay? Either way, there was a lot of back and forth in the comment section of Black Male Media's video, and I thought to myself, why am I wasting my time? Like, no offense to anybody that was in the comment section, shout out to Black Male Media, but I mean, at some point you just realize you're wasting your time. In fact, I don't even know why I was on there anyway. I just kind of decided, you know, this sounds like they got the context all messed up. I don't know, maybe I just thought to myself that if I just tell them they may have gotten the context wrong, they'd understand and then move on, and maybe, you know, like, not, we could either agree, we could disagree, it is what it is, it's whatever, but didn't really get anywhere. Everybody still had their strong views and stuff like that, and honestly, a lot of other people that were commenting just generally don't like Abba and Breach, so, I don't know, giant waste of time, but long story short, this whole thing was taken massively out of context. But everybody's gonna have their opinion. Everybody's gonna have their viewpoint. People actually think that these two channels are legitimately beefing. It ain't that deep. They may not, you know, be too fond of each other right now, but there's no beef involved. I'm pretty sure both of them will tell you that. It's not that deep, you know, either way. You guys feel how you feel, do what you want. I just had to give my opinion on that because I went back and forth with people on the internet for no reason. And I was like, well, you know what? I might as well just make a video out of it. So anyways, that black representation video will be out at some point. If you guys decide to waste your time on this video, tell me what you guys think. Have you ever gotten something out of context? You know, have you ever said something and people took it the wrong way or anything like that? If so, then, hey, let's talk about it, man. And if you are somebody that was from that little back and forth we had in the comment section, man, come on over here. Let's continue the talk. Let's continue this, but let's do it on my channel. I'm not going to do that with somebody else's channel. Let's just getting their engagements up and not mine, man. Let's do this. Anyways, yeah, this is Antonio Yates, man. You guys have a good one, man. Make sure you take care of your responsibilities. And, yeah, man, I'm out. Peace.